Welcome everyone. Today we are going to make
Rohlíky.
That's right. It's bread rolls.
Yep.
And in the United States, we call dinner rolls because they are
Round and would probably roll if you tried.
exactly. They'd roll if you let them, I suppose. But rohlíky,
It's bread that is literally rolled.
yeah. So it gives it a nice, interesting shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a quick recipe, pretty easy to follow, but stay tuned to the end.
We've got some hints for you.
Yep, we got some hints. We also have the Americans Cook Czech taste testers too. Let's get cooking.
Whee! These are our ingredients. We've got butter and flour and
Oh, and we
forgot the
something.
salt.
Yeah, salt. Yes.
It's very important that we have the salt.
Yeah, salt, I'm told, actually helps the bread rise a little. And what are we doing here?
We're proofing the yeast.
Yeah, so this instant yeast, you want it to rise a little bit before you use it. And there I am putting the dry ingredients together.
See, there's our salt.
Salt, yep, you can't forget the salt. So it's just, right now, the dry ingredients are just flour, all-purpose flour, and salt. And then I'm going to mix it together. We have this handy tool. I don't know what it's called.
I call it the smiley face.
Yeah, it does look kind of
It
like
looks like a smiley face.
So just use that to mix the dry ingredients together. And there goes our yeast.
Yeast and water.
Yep. And we're going to mix that together. And we're holding back the butter. I thought I'd try something and do the butter separately. So there I'm just kind of trying to knead it together. And it's a little tough because it doesn't have the oil from the butter. And this is a fail, actually, is what it is. I tried doing a trick that we do for pie crusts, where you incorporate the butter late in the kneading process, and it makes things flaky. But all this really did, because of the amount of butter, was make a big buttery mess. But there's the dough ball. It did come together.
And now we're going to let it rise in our handy dandy rising bin.
Yes, and it did rise so nicely. Look at that.
And we're going to cut it in fourths.
Yes, actually, we cut in fourths, and then we cut each fourth again. And
into 4.
Yeah, so it makes 16 rohlíky, or rohlík, and then we roll them.
I really liked rolling the dough.
Rolling, yeah. Yes, they make nice little shapes. Yeah, and I'll put them on the board. And now we're washing them, putting an egg wash on that gives them some color. And what is that? Poppy seeds.
It's poppy seeds.
Poppies. Yeah, and there they come out of the oven. Don't those look delicious?
They look amazing.
Yeah, who wants dinner now? They look great.
Here's our amazing taste testers.
Hey,
they did something different.
It looked like Leah maybe had a little bit of trouble eating from what Noah gave her. But look at Noah's face. I'm guessing
it's going to be a double thumbs up.
Yeah.
The taste testers love them.
Yes. Yeah, they were pretty good. They're light and fluffy, and they're very much like what I remember from the Czech Republic. How about you?
Yes.
Pretty close. And we said we were going to have some hints. I'll give the first hint, which is don't do the butter thing that I did. Just mix the butter in. I thought I was going to get flaky crust by doing a pie dough trick. It was a complete fail. Thankfully, we recovered from that. So what's another hint?
Let the bread be your guide. Once it's doubled in size, it's going to be ready.
Yes. So sometimes you see in a recipe, let rise for an hour. Well, let the bread be your guide. Yeah, good hint. And the final hint that we have is don't put on a lot of the glaze when you're done. Just lightly brush it because that glaze is going to cook up. And if you have puddles of glaze, you're going to have like a mini omelet on the rohlíky. So don't do that. Okay. So I think that's it, right?
Yep.
Those were our tips. So I'm Doug.
And I'm Sarah.
And until next time, Dobru Hut. Na, na, na.